So Gita Bhavan is also
They're also getting up earlier.
earlier. So, this is very important point. Sukadeva Goswami says, this is authority. Nasta sadachara dasya sangsargadu. As soon as there will be contamination of illicit sex life, he will be bereft of all good character. This basic principle. And the whole world is now encouraged in that way. How we can expect good character from the modern man? There is no possibility. If we accept this statement of Srimad Bhagavatam given by Sukadeva Goswami, Nasta sadacharo dasya sangsarga dushi. So Ajamil, being contaminated by that illicit sex life with a prostitute, he lost all his Brahminical qualifications, and gradually he was in need of money, just like the other day I gave you the instance of a big high court judge, because he was also at that time, I know, his private career. He was most debauched, and therefore he wanted money, 10,000 rupees per month. And in spite of his position as a high court judge and getting 4,000, 5,000 salary, he could not check from his fall down. So this is natural. If you indulge in illicit sex life and naturally other things, intoxication, gambling, then there will be no limit of expenditure, and to meet all those expenditure one has to adopt cheating or stealing. These processes has to be. But कल तुम उधर पहुंची थी हम देखते मैंने देखी है वो माओ तुम गई थी उधर नहीं मैं आओ एक लड़की को देखा बिल्कुल तुम्हारी So, by any means, money wanted, so he adopted all disrespectful profession, cheating, gambling, and stealing, anyway to live. मंदाक्षय कैतवै चौजय गर्हितं वृत्तिमाश्रित बिभ्रत कुटुम्बम असुचि जातयामास देहि. The only attraction is family, kutumba. So, for the sake of maintaining family, he was committing all kinds of sinful activities. So there was one Ajamil at that time, but you will find many Ajamis like that. at the present moment, because it is the age of Kali. There was one Ravan in the dress of a sannyasi. He kidnapped Lord Ramchandra's wife, and nowadays he will find many Ravans like that. The so-called sannyasis, their business is so. This tendency is always there, but according to the age, sometimes it is very prominent and sometimes not so prominent. But this material world is so contaminated. In the days of Ramchandra, people are hankering after the kingdom of Ram. Even there was Rava. In the days of Ramchandra, one what to speak of all this nonsense. Devoted. Ramchandra was so strict, and God himself was ruling, and still there was a Rava. But because Ramchandra was there, he was also killed. Paritrana sadhana. God's business is to protect the faithful and kill the demons. That is all. Therefore, in fire, Lord Vishnu, the four symbolic representations for killing the club and the chakra, and for protecting the lotus flower and corn. Evam nivasatastasya lalayanasya tatsutan kalu utyagat mahan rajan nastat sityayu sa sama. In this way he was living. He, with his prostitute wife and many children, because he was attracted to the prostitute, she at the age of 20, very young man, and as such, he begot many children. Evam nivasatastasya lalayanasya tatsutan. Tatsutan, here it is not stated that it is Ajamin's son. The tatsutan means the children were of the prostitute, because she was not married. Therefore, that woman did not belong to him. Just like a land you possess, the production goes to the possessor of the land, not to others. Therefore, because the prostitute was not married to Ajamil, her sons were not Ajamil's sons. They are all sons of the prostitute. Therefore, at least still in India, a prostitute's son has no position in the society. Evam nivasatastasya lalayanasya tatsutan kalo ati agar mahan rajan astasiti ayusho sama. In this way, when he was about 80 years old, at that time, time came when he was to die. Tasya pravayasa putra dasa tishantu jo avama bala narayana namna pitrasya daitam prisham. Out of his many children, elderly children, he was 80 years old, they are all elderly children, grown-up children, and they are 10. 10 elderly children. Out of them, Krishantu Jo Obama, the youngest child was named as Narayan. Tatsa Pravayasa Putra Daso Krishantu Jo Obama, Balo, a boy, Narayana Namna. His name was Narayan. Pitrashta Dvaita Bhritam. Naturally, the youngest child becomes very favorite to the parents. So this Ajamil was very much attached to the youngest child. Sa Baddha Hridayas Tasmin Arvake Kalavhasini. The youngest child, naturally, this is the attraction of family life. When a small baby smiles, immediately the father, mother, and relative become attracted. When the child begins to talk broken language, they enjoy. Unless this attraction is there, it is not possible to raise the child with affection. That is natural. That affection is even in the animals. You'll find a dog, even a tiger, everyone. That affection is in it. Monkey, I've seen it practically. In Kanpur, I was staying in a room, and one monkey came with a child, and the child somehow or other entered into the window through the bars, and the mother became mad. She thought, my child is gone. They became mad. So somehow or other, again I pushed that monkey out of the bar, and immediately she embraced the child and took her. So see, the affection is there. So they... Huh? Yes.
I am informed rather that human beings have got the highest affection with the baby, and even after the death of the baby, she attaches to the baby.
Right. It dries up.
To her
and the dead body dries up.
And continues to carry on the dead body until the dead body falls away. Then she jumps from one place to another, and it actually falls away. Up to that limit, she goes on carrying the dead body on her bosom. It is so sad about the human.
So therefore, in the society, the parental affection is taken as very good qualification. But such qualification is visible even in the animals. So that is not a very good qualification. That is nature's law. Unless the mother and the child are not so affectionately connected, it is not possible for the child to grow up. That is nature's law. But that is not a qualification. Child simplicity, these things are very much eulogized in the society. Child simplicity, mother's affection, they are necessary, but they are not qualification to raise one to the spiritual platform. Just like this divorce, Ajami, his character is abominable, but he is still very much affectionate to the youngest child. That is stated here. In one place, his character is described that he used to live by cheating, by stealing, by gambling. This was his life profession. But still, he was very much affectionate to the child, the youngest child. Savatha hridayastasmin adbhaki kalavhasini tititkha manasa lila mumude jaratho bhisam. Jaratha, Vidha. So although he was very old, still he was enjoying the child's play, pastime. The same thing. Just like Maharaj Nanda, Jashoda was enjoying the childish pastime of Lord Krishna. The same thing is pervertedly reflected in this material world. Father's affection, child's activities, because we are part and parcel of Krishna. The same thing you will find in the transcendental world. The Mayavadi philosophers, they cannot adjust. They think that if the same things are there in the spiritual world, then what is the difference between the spiritual and the material? That is the defect of Mayavadi philosophers. But if they are seriously students of Vedanta Sutra, it is stated clearly in the very beginning, Janmadasya Jata. The supreme absolute truth is that from which everything emanates. So, this affection between the child and the father or mother, it is not there in the original absolute truth, where from it comes. Do you follow? If the absolute truth is the source of everything, then whatever you see here in this material world, they are simply reflection of the original. How you can define? How the absolute truth can be nirakar, nirvishesh, without any variety? If the absolute truth is the source of everything, so these varieties of this material world, where from it came? What is the answer?
From God.
Then how God can be nirakar or impersonal?
Nirakar means all pervading.
Huh?
Nirakar means all.
That is another thing. The all pervading we also accept. He is Brahma Jyoti, he is spread all over the creation. That is his nirakar. Another meaning of nirakar, that he hasn't got his form like us. Satchidananda Vigraha. You may say that. All nirakar means where the varieties are not manifested. Just like you go to the sunshine, you don't find any rest. Your plane must fly on, unless you get a support in some planet. Either you go to the moon planet or remain in this planet, you must have a support, otherwise the effulgence, the sun's effulgence, the sunlight is not your rest. Similarly, Brahma Jyoti is like that, just like sunshine. But you cannot rest there. If you want rest, then you have to take shelter under the lotus feet of Krishna. Yeah. That is stated in the Bhagavatam, Jannera Bindakha Vimukta Manina. Those who are in the impersonal situation, they think themselves that they have become liberated. Exactly the same example. Suppose you are very high in the sunshine. You think, now I am liberated from worldly connection. I am far away or high. But unless you get shelter, you have to fly. This is a crude example. Similarly, these impersonalists, they are in the liberated atmosphere. That's a fact. Brahma. He realized that I am not this matter, I am Brahma. And because he has no information, in the Brahma Jyoti there are innumerable planets. He thinks that this is all in all. This Jyoti, Brahma Jyoti. That is his imperfect knowledge.
That is not ultimate end.
No.
You are just in
Ultimate end, when you can remain, go on flying, yes, right. But that will exhaust your energy and you'll like to take shelter in any planet. And because they have no information of the Vaikuntha planet, they again come to this material planet. That is stated in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Because they have no rest. They become perturbed. Therefore this sloka says, Janner Vindakha Vimukta Manina Tai Astabhavat Avushuddha Buddhaya. Because these impersonalities, although they are almost liberated, still on account of their negligence to the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, without having the shelter, their intelligence is not purified still. They are simply accepting something opposite to these imperfect varieties of this material world. They want to make the spiritual world without variety, because they have got a very bad experience of this material variety. So their conception is just the opposite. Just the opposite. There must not be any variety. Just like they say Krishna, because they're convinced that the Supreme Brahma is impersonal, Brahma Jyoti. So when Brahma Jyoti appears, he must take a form of this material world. Just like we are spiritual sparks, but we have taken this material form in this material world. So they take it also that God, when He comes, appears, He also accepts a material world. That is called Mahavada. But Krishna says that Janma Karma me Dibbam. When I come, I do not accept a material body. Dibbam, Janma, Dibbam. It is completely spiritual. And Yojanatha Shastra, anyone who knows it, he becomes liberated. But these Mayavadi philosophers, they do not know it, therefore they are not liberated. Do you follow? Yes. They are not liberated. Krishna says, one who knows perfectly well about me, he becomes liberated. But they do not know. They accept Krishna as ordinary man. Apajananti Magamudha. Because they are rascals, they accept Krishna as ordinary human being. God can display Himself, manifest Himself, just exactly like ordinary human, when He was displaying Himself as a child, a perfect child, to Mother Jashoda. She would break everything if Mother Jashoda would not supply a makhan. As if he is in need of makhan. But this Mahabharata is, here it is. How he can be God? He said, Brahma became bewildered. How this, why can we? And the Supreme Lord, let me test. So Indra become bearded. Muyanti jat suraya, the Bhagavad says. Even big fish, demigods, they become bewildered to understand. So when Krishna was present, so Indra, he wanted to test him. And Brahma wanted to test him, whether he is actually God. That is intelligence. If anyone declares, people are, so sometimes the so-called incarnation of God, they are declaring, I am God. So they want to test whether actually God. That is intelligence. Simply by declaring, if somebody declares falsely that I am God, just like this Ramakrishna. he declared that I am the same Krishna and Ram. Is it not? You do not know?
I'm not aware of it, but he was taken to be God.
That is it. How you are taken? How you are taken? There is no, in the Shastras, any confirmation. He was accepted by Vivekananda. He says that I am the same Ram and Krishna. And Vivekananda accepted. So anyone can say like that, and anyone can accept. But what is the test? What is the proof? You can say that I am the same Ram and Krishna. But because you say I will have to accept, so that is non-intelligence. So the Brahma and Indra, they are not fools. When they saw that a boy is in Vrindavan and he is accepted as the Supreme Lord and he is doing something like God, let us test. So Brahma took away all his cows and calves and playmates. And after the second when he came, he saw the same cows, same calves, same boys as there. Krishna has expanded. Although his cows were taken away, he immediately expanded himself in so many cows and calves and boys. And when they returned home, their mother could not recognize that they were the same or Krishna has expanded. But their affection became very much active for their children. These stories are mentioned in Krishna. You have read it? Yes. But Krishna expanded. So Brahma understood that it was my fault, that I wanted to test my Lord. Then he came and surrendered, and there is a very nice stotra of Brahma.
Brahma didn't know something about
Yes, he knew, but sometimes he become bewildered. Therefore it is Bhagavad says that even the big demigods, they become bewildered. Janmadasya jataha annayat itaratasya arthesu avijjat sarat tini brahma rida muyanti jatsa suraj. That Maya is so strong that they can bewilder a personality like Brahma and Indra. And what to speak about? Maya is so strong. Similarly, Indra was also bewildered. When he stopped Indra Jagga, Krishna, when he asked his father, there is no need of Indra Jagga. He is under the order of the Supreme Lord. He did that, Krishna said to Nanda Maharaj that I am the Supreme Lord. But he said he is working under the Supreme Lord. He has to supply water. There is no need of Jagga. In other words, Krishna is not in favor of any type of demigod worship. No. In the Govardhan chapter, he stressed simply the Supreme Personality of God has to be satisfied. That is stated everywhere, and Bhagavad Gita also. Kamastasya hitagyana. So Indra, when his Jagga was stopped, so he tried to punish the inhabitants of Vrindavan by incessant torrents of rain for 7 days. Havoc. The whole Vrindavan was to be drowned under water. And Krishna immediately lifted the whole Govardhan hill and he stood 7 days without taking any food and protected all the inhabitants of Vrindavan. Now God is displaying as God. When these things are there, the rascals will say, these are all legends. When God displays himself as God, the rascals take it as legend. They do not believe in the Shastras. they interpret in a different way. Is it not?
Yes.
Yes. And this is one. And they are supposed to be. What is their interpretation about this Govardhan hill? You know? Krishna lifting the Govardhan hill. What? How they interpret it? I know the Mayavadis, they do not accept. But Krishna is ordinary human being. The Arya Samajis and others, they take it as legend. But the Acharyas, they do not take it as legend. We have to follow the Acharyas.